Everybody, happy Wine Wednesday. Kevin is away for one more week, tirelessly scouring the planet to find us fantastic wines, working hard and diligent as always, so you are stuck with me for one more time, just me. But this week we've got some really exciting wine open that we wanted to bring to you from Domaine Marc-oux. I really wish he was here to talk about it because I know he has visited with them and been there before. And this is a really exciting winery based out of Châteauneuf-du-Pape. The family actually dates back to the 1300s. They are one of the oldest families to ever inhabit the region of Châteauneuf within the Rhone Valley. We are not featuring just their Châteauneuf as we only get a couple of cases of it, but it is in store if you want to come check it out. But I think the really important thing to note about them and why we're talking about the Côte du Rhône from them today is that they've only got 2 hectares within the greater area of Côte du Rhône, and what they do is really, really special. This particular winery, close to my heart, is run by 2 sisters. This all started back in a time when, there are still lots of female winemakers within France, and there are more of them within the region. But oftentimes these wineries are passed down from father to son and kind of changed a lot in the past few years, but they're one of the first 2 wineries within Châteauneuf that was ran by 2 sisters. And they are one of the first to go organic and also biodynamic within the region. So they really kind of stepped out on their own, made a name for themselves, made a name for women of the region and women of family history within the region. And then they really branched out to make their mark, so to speak, by going to biodynamics. Biodynamics are a cool way to go about winemaking in a sense that it's kind of taking your step into organic farming and then going that extra mile. So we turn to the sun, the moon, the stars for harvesting, for planting, for how we're really treating everything within the vineyard. We are looking to all aspects, not just what we're doing to the grapes themselves, but how we're treating the soil, how we're treating everything that encompasses the entire area. So really cool little approach. The Côte du Rhône is predominantly Grenache, and then a large chunk of the remainder blending in is Syrah, little tiny touch of Morvet. It really imparts a load of spicy red berries is sort of the style of the wine in history. I love them because they're really fresh and bright. They do all of their aging within stainless because they really want the terroir to show through and the whole style of what they've done within the vineyard. It's got a beautiful nose. It's really spicy, really elegant. This is a wine that I would love to enjoy now, but potentially within a couple of years too, to just see how those flavors develop and integrate over time. They also have some parcels within the region of Lirac on the right bank of the Rhone Valley. Lirac is another one just sort of outside of Châteauneuf, across the river, and you're using a lot of the same varietals, but here the stones and the soils start to change. So the fun thing with this, and why we decided to put all of these in a pack for you together, is that we want to see what Grenache, Syrah, and Morvet can do on one part of the river and what they can do on another, and just how the small changes in winemaking style and small changes in the soils can really impart different flavors and aromas. The Lirac has just a touch more Morvet to it. So when you move from spicy red berries and leather in the Côte du Rhône, and then go into the Lirac, just having that little bit more of Morvet, you start to get more blueberry, blackberry, a little bit more licorice kind of aromas to it, a bit more deep and intense flavor to it. The Lirac is one that you certainly can age in your cellar for a number of years as well. So this is a great opportunity to branch into the Rhone, not be paying Châteauneuf-du-Pape pricing, but getting wines that are made with the exact same integrity and attention as they do with their Châteauneuf. Lirac is $39.95 regular pricing. The Côte du Rhône is $34.95 regular pricing, so to get 4 bottles of those together so that you can play with drinking some this winter, keeping a couple in the basement, we have knocked the pricing down to $134 for all 4 of them together, which is a stellar deal. You have to come in and try this Côte du Rhône this weekend. It is one of the best. One of the wonderful and difficult things of working with smaller family wineries is that they don't have as much production. As I mentioned, 2 hectares within the Rhone. So really put that into bottles, it's not very much. This is not gonna last long. It's only been in store for a couple of weeks, and I imagine we've only got a couple of weeks left. So you wanna come in and try that as soon as possible. It's one of the best buys in the shop right now. Outside of that, we do have our Spooktacular Beer Fest coming up. Thanksgiving is over. I hope you all enjoyed a beautiful weekend. But a couple weeks from now, we're going to be back in action for Beer Fest here at the market, Saturday, October 29th, and up to the 14th. So for this week, we've got a little 10% off code. If you want to jump online and grab a couple of tickets, they are on Eventbrite, or you can connect to them through our website. Code is SPOOK10 until October 14th, so jump in. We've got 14 local vendors coming in to feature some of their products. We get to showcase all kinds of wonderful things for you. I want you guys to come in and see us this weekend. It's beautiful. The big doors will be open. All 3 locations will have the Marc-oux Coat to Run on feature, and we'll all be here to help. Hope to see you soon.